Game started.
Red Rover. Ah, cool. From the US. Let's play d4. Played e4 last game. Let's see if we can get a Nimzo this time. Ah, King's Indian defense. Okay. Oh no, this is not a King's Indian. This is Grunfeld. Don't see. I don't know if I played a Grunfeld here. I played this old main line. I always thought it was good. You just get the bishop out of the way so that the knight can come to e2 and defend the center. He hasn't played c5, which is a bit unusual. He went ahead and castled. So, and I played the main line anyway without paying attention to what my opponent was playing. So let's think. What's he going to do here? What is that move a5 about? a5, a4, just grabbing space on the king side. Oh, opening up maybe a file for his knight. So I have a big center. I guess I should just, if he's not going to undermine my center, why don't I just castle and develop my pieces? Yeah, he went c6 instead of c5. Very unusual way of playing. So I can bring my queen to b3 at some point, hitting the f7 square and hitting b7. But I need to get my pieces active, don't I? Where's this bishop going? How about bishop here? Since he hasn't blocked this diagonal, maybe this e-pawn is a bit sensitive. Okay, he's just going to shut down my bishop over here. That's interesting. So he can push on. Can he push on with b4? Takes. Maybe not. Okay, but d3 is not a bad square for this bishop either. Defends the e-pawn, which is not yet under attack, but sometimes may come under attack. So anyway, Red Rover is playing in a very original way. Okay, what's this? Knight d7, so it could go to b6, c5, could be supporting the c5 push, or it could go over to f6 and hit my pawn on e4. I'm tempted to, well, there's two ideas here. One is, can I get more pressure on the e-pawn? And the second is, can I just play e5 and shut down the bishop? It's not so easy to put pressure on the e-pawn. Yeah, these squares where a knight might land are all covered. Let's see, but this square here is a bit sensitive, isn't it? Could I get a knight to some square that attacks there? I don't see it. Okay, so plan B, e5. Maybe, yeah, e5 opens up e4 for the bishop. And this looks like it might be a good diagonal. He might play f6 to challenge it, or he might play f5, which would also help control the e4 square. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing bishop e4. Looks like a good move. And then what about my other pieces? The rooks, the queen, the knight. I don't know where that knight wants to go. Okay, just getting out of the pen. And preparing to push b5, right? b5 to b4, takes. And then he'll have pawns here and here, and I'll retreat my bishop to b2. So I think that's okay. Here, let's attack this pawn, see what he does. I guess knight f4 to d3 to c5 might be a plan. Kind of a slow one. And his knight's guarding that, yeah. So I don't know. This knight just does not feel comfortable here now. So if he goes to g3, for example, it just hits on these squares here, which have no particular future. So my plan was just to drop back here. Yeah, so from g3, maybe it wants to go to e4 as well. So he just pushes on with... okay, well, that's a good move. Dissolves the center. Happens a lot in the Grunfeld. White starts out with a big center, and then black undermines it and dissolves it. So this pawn is hanging at the end of all of that. If I take, he can grab on d4. Although he has to take here, doesn't he? If I don't take, though, he's going to push past, and I don't like these pawns. So he gets his choice of which pawn to take. He can take the e pawn or the c pawn. He chose the c pawn, hitting my bishop. And queens are exposed here. If I put my bishop here on d5, it can maybe retreat to b3 later. And if he attacks my pawn, I can play f4. He's got a queen check on b6 after I play f4. Queen can come to this diagonal with maybe some good effect. Can't say great effect right away. I could consider rook to c1 hitting his knight. But I'm assuming he's going to reposition that knight pretty quickly anyway. I mean, I would just play the knight back to d7 myself, but maybe he's got better things to do, huh? Yeah, pinning my knight, that's interesting. Okay, so I want my rook on this file anyway. That was his idea. It wasn't about pinning the knight, it was about supporting his knight. Okay, this is a problem. So I'm going to lose a number of pieces here. It looks like. Oops. Oopsie-doo. Let's see, what can I do? So queen, for example, queen here defends the bishop. But he can take the bishop, and my queen is overworked. I can't take back. Is there some other tactic here? Yeah, too many loose pieces. So he's hitting the rook, he's hitting the bishop, and it's also attacking this bishop. So I have two pieces that are undefended here. And I can't find a move that defends both of them. Because, like I said, the queen there, and it just ends up with the queen being overworked. So I should move the bishop to attack something is what I should do. But what can I attack? I can attack the loose bishop over here. Okay, so queen a4, hitting his bishop. He takes my bishop, I take his bishop, he takes another bishop, and I'm not taking anything. And I don't see a way out of this one. Okay, so he has his choice of winning a piece or winning the exchange. logically chooses to win a piece. Well, let's attack the knight. So maybe I can try and trap the knight. He can take here, probably should, defending the knight that way. Yep. Pretty hopeless position, really. Well, let's see what he does. He does have to rescue his knight. Yeah, he just takes there and defends his knight. Bishop here, bishop here. He can now retreat the knight, and I can pin it. I guess that's what he doesn't like, is this pin. Okay, well, what else has he got? If he does nothing, I'm going to take the knight and just satisfy myself with 2 pieces. 2 pieces for the rook, and I'll be down the exchange and a pawn. But still playing. If he attacks the queen, that's a good move. Now he's got loose pieces, so he's got the bishop here, and the bishop here. Can I exploit that in some way? So if I move the knight, it unveils an attack on the bishop. But don't see that happening too quickly. He can always take the knight when I move it. It's unfortunate the bishop is guarding all those squares the knight might move to. So no discovered attack with a knight move is going to be useful. And my queen was under attack, so queen here attacks the bishop and a pawn. Maybe I'll grab a pawn here. So what's Black's next move? Is he going to try and... His knight is now secure. He just needs to retreat the bishop. And I'm not really going to take it. That would be giving up the exchange. He wants to take there. Okay. Now I don't have to take back. I can take the bishop, which would leave 2 pieces hanging. Because the queen's hitting the knight and my rook is hitting his bishop. And I have to be careful about my weak back row, perhaps. But my bishop is guarding this... D1 square. His rook could come to C1, but I have 2 rooks on that square now. So I think he made a mistake there. Kind of interesting. Unless he's got a clever knight move I don't see. So if I manage to get a piece back, I'll still be down a pawn. So he will still have the edge here. But I have an active queen. Might be enough. Might be enough to hold the game. So, nice. He's pausing to think here. Queen move, rook move. If he had a move that would defend both pieces, maybe queen here. Yeah, queen to e2 would defend everything, wouldn't it? Yeah, I could grab another pawn, I guess, after queen e2. Let's see if he's, I don't know if he's threatening anything. Okay, oh, he moves the knight. Okay, so I can grab the bishop, and then he takes the rook, and I can grab the rook, and I'll be down the exchange. Do I have better? My queen's under attack, so I probably need to move it. And I can't pin the knight. Yeah, it's okay. So grab the bishop. Now let's grab here. Let's grab this way. So yeah, I have a bishop for a rook, and he's got an extra pawn there. And it'd be nice to sack here, but I get a check, but everything is defended, so the check is not much use. I'm going to just give my king a little space so I don't have to worry about getting mated on the back rank, except if the queen gets on this dark squared diagonal. Then I will have to worry. Okay, so he's going there. Is that a good move? Let's activate my queen. He's not yet threatening to take on h3 because this is not pinned. But if he were to place his queen somewhere that pins my g-pawn, then the h3 pawn would be on. This bishop is a very useful piece here. It's keeping his rook off of c2 and preventing him from coordinating an attack on f2. Let's see. If he wants to defend the b-pawn, he has to play queen to e7 maybe. Or here, it's a more active post. Queen f4. And also he's on this diagonal, so now I have to worry about my back rank again.
Time warning.
Okay, yeah, I need to make a move. Okay. So rook here, I take, he takes with check, and I'm in trouble. So I need to block that diagonal. I was reluctant to play that move because now he's got the rook to f3 possibility. Just creates weaknesses over here on the king side, but otherwise I was getting mated, or he was threatening nasty stuff. Rook takes, queen takes, rook. So starting with rook c1, I was getting pretty dangerous. Okay, so the queen went back there. Let's get the king off the back rank. And protect the h-pawn. Yeah, I can't play rook d3. It's protected by the queen and the rook. So it's hard to find a plan to activate here. Rook d4 maybe. He can come down here. He can attack the queen. I was just thinking he could actually sack a rook there and then sack the exchange there. Okay, so he's going for this idea. Is this dangerous? Check, check. I can go out to here, and then he's coming in with the queen somewhere. I'm going to try
Check.
a last-ditch attempt to do something clever here. If he takes, I can take here with check. Oh, that's no fun. He's going to...
Check.
he could just take my bishop there, and that would be pretty winning. Where can I go? I don't have any good moves. That's terrible. Yeah, he's got that. So what have I got? Anything?
White forfeits on time.
Okay, well, he had me. That was a good game. I'm going to upload this, and we'll take a look at it in a post-mortem. See you guys later. Bye.